the back sprocket, the chain of the E5,
Of the
and a new chain.
and a new chain.
So we need a 13 to
Yep.
do the job. So we have to put it here. That is it. Still videoing.
The brake lever, which you remove the spring and you remove the nut, holding it.
Took off the old chain. Let me show you the old chain. Right here. To take off that lid.
Okay, what size socket do you have?
8. Which one should I start with? This one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's how I start?
No, you got to go the other way.
Wait, can I look at them out, or I'm taking them out with my fingers? Come here. These are long.
Mm-hmm.
Take a long time to get.
Okay, good job. Now what you need to do is
Whoa. Wait,
your bearing.
huh?
So these things have a bearing on this side.
Can I touch the glue?
No, don't touch the grease. Pull that off, put it in your parts bin. The old one off. And we have this one to look at. Here it is, there's one tooth that's definitely worn.
Can I pull the dirt out?
Sure.
Yes.
Does you see this bearing right here?
With the new bearing?
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
Take apart the motor.
Our new bearing.
Don't.
Okay, we're about to take this one off and this one and that.
Right.
This one's already loosened.
So look, I took, because you can't get your fingers in there. There you go. Okay. Leave it right there. Leave it right there. I don't want that one in there.
Good. Okay.
Let me see. Okay, good. So that means either one can go in there. All right, now let's.
It's hard.
There. So what we're going to do is attempt to pull on the motor and pull. Go.
All of that.
Look at all that. She's got a new O-ring to put on.
What guy?
Please. Because it's got grease on it. We'll just leave that grease on there. Pressure washed and everything, but I've always been mindful of the bearings, just like we're going to pull this bearing. So we're going to attempt to yank this thing on out. Just a second, once I get it tight. Bearing puller set. Let's see how it goes. There it goes. Came right out. All right, next up here we have the bearing puller on the other bearing side.
Bro, what are you doing?
Okay, next step is to replace this O-ring right here. I got it all off of so I'm going to turn the camera off, but I'm going to be replacing that O-ring. Here it has these two spacers on each side and two O-rings. So within the two spacers, so I'm going to install them on here. It looks like the spacers go on first, and then step is put one of the new bearings into here. Got it all cleaned out. But that's what I'm doing now, is I'm going to put that in there. I guess if you don't have the right, you can use a socket, tusk, and then you have them forever. All right, I'm going to install that into this motor housing. All right, there we go. We knocked in that bearing with our bearing knocker. This put these in kind of finger tight, these three. So we're gonna. I don't know, bud.
The E5 is a little bit shorter than mine, right?
Yeah. No.
More than 100?
Yeah.
And out of all the kids now for 5 days, right?
More than that, but yeah, pretty.
Right, Dad?
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely 40 days.
Knees up, good and tight.
Yeah, tight.
Okay, so we got the motor back together. The old one, when I pulled it off, had the part number facing out.
Is it right?
I'm gonna put the cover on the new bearing. Here for the chain runner to ensure that you can run. All right, so I have the rear tire off. I'm going to be removing the rear sprocket. This is a 46, and you can see I was running a 48. Now we're going to 50, and you can see this. That's why you need the swing arm extender or the chain runner. That job's all taken care of. So now we're going to run the new chain through. Got my breaker here, so I'm going to take care of that and go ahead and break.
First the whole bike, the chain is in, the new sprocket, the new front sprocket,
and bearings.
And bearings.
Ready to race, huh?
Ready to go, Kahoot?